Yes.
Easy going right there. One more to go.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to VR Master League here in Week 2 and our first North American venue showcase for Season 5. So we are proud to bring Echo Arena and VRML back into venues, and I'm proud to be here with my casting crew, Sir Dimwee, along with Glean on analysis, Newton Dad on cams. I'm Palador, and it's going to be an exciting day. It's going to be an igniting day. We have Ignite in a couple of matches here to start and finish things, including a championship rematch a little bit later on. But a lot of excitement in the air, no doubts. Sir Dimwee, how is it going?
It is going, well, it's going exceptionally well, Palador. I mean, to be quite honest, the matchups we have in store this evening, starting with the rivalry, the historical rivalry. We have, of course, the Season 4 runner-ups, though historically, VRML champions, Ignite, taking on, well, I like to call them the last world champions, Kangarillas here, although it has been a little while, but the Kangarillas still exist. They are still a team, and they're going to be facing off against this exceptionally strong Ignite team. Now, of course, the Connoisseur voted the way it typically does, but I expect a phenomenal game here between these two titans of Echo.
Absolutely, and looks like we might be reading up here soon. Glean, over to you. Your thoughts here on this, as Dimwee said, kind of a classic matchup, different roster perhaps, particularly on the Kangarillas side, but still classic nonetheless, these age-old teams.
Yeah, and what happens no matter what Kangarillas roster that exists, they always have this consistent play style where they love the passing game. They love moving the disc around and playing their own pace. And we've seen that time and time again, no matter how much the roster shifts, no matter who comes in or who plays for their squad, always the same style. You love to see it. It's a staple for them. But like you said, this Ignite team is super, super strong. Ridiculously strong almost. I'm going to be in venues talking with a bunch of y'all. I hope to see y'all there. Excited for this one.
All right, thank you, Glean, and here we go. So it's Kengo, it's Ignite,
Oh, wow.
and it's the first score coming in a blink of an eye. Jay Walker.
7 seconds. 7 seconds they did that, and I have a nice delay here. I got 5 seconds to watch that back. Wow, that was something special. Actually, I have 11 seconds to watch that back. But anyways, yeah, what a start there for Ignite.
Yeah, that's a quick joust and punish off of that one. Speedy V here, though. Let's see if they do. Well, actually have a lane. It's going to be
Wow.
conceded, and Wit concede that one, 3-2.
You know, I told Newton Dad when I got into the voice channel tonight that I've been looking forward to these games all night, and oh my god, what an omen. That's a good omen. Omens can be good, and that was just what a great omen to start this evening. 3-2. Wit with the long bomb as we get back. Ignite back in possession here as they move through mid.
Well, Jay Walker, who excels at that mid-game offense, defense, or otherwise, will pass it off. And you talk about omens, and I talk about Oman. It's Jay Walker, top pocket.
A lot of great offense right now, but if this keeps happening, because these are really fast goals, if this keeps happening, I'm going to start asking where's the defense, but we're not there yet. But these are really fast, Palador.
Yeah, they definitely are. Just a walk up the floor there. I mean, so many dangerous threats. Of course, Game on Ignite side up until very recently held the scoring record in VRML, as far as stream scoring record at the very least for an individual at 46 points. Recently beaten by both Lowrider and Simon from Vertigo in Europe. They both scored 47 across back-to-back games on back-to-back days.
The game there heard me asking where's the defense at, with a great interception, sent it into the Kangaroo zone there, and gets it back. Once again, that's Game on the ceiling as Ryan on the near side, though. He will wisely opt to send that one back to Jaywalker on the back line. Now setting up in the offensive zone is Ignite. Sending out one in. Game on the far side, has one on the floor, one on the near side post, walks it in, hits the floor. They're going to look for one more pass. Two cutting over to Jaywalker. He gets his third of the round. They're up 6-3.
Now, a couple of defenders there for the Kangaroos, both in the goal. One obviously kind of eyeing the goalkeeper, and then the second one, I think Wit it was, latched onto the legs or the knees there. But that kind of allowed that open lane to form up and the drive in. So interesting scheme there defensively, certainly, and did not pay off in that case as Kaznaz here, great defender in his own right, will QB and just try to manage through the midfield actually rather well.
That was a beautiful give and go. That right there, if you ever hear about the give and go or monkey in the middle, that's what they were doing with the chain there. Sometimes you'll see it with the triangle, 3 players there. They just do the give and go at 2. But now Speedy V on the far side, pulling 2 defenders to him, and he won't give it away. Their Game steals it, just picks the pocket. They have the chain ready to go. That's Jaywalker and Kong shaking it down. Jaywalker will overshoot. Kong will not. And we'll hit that one for the 3, putting his team up 9-3 here in round 1.
Yeah, no overshoot from Kong, just the shot. It's going to be good more often than not, of course. 32 seconds off the clock. In that case, they're already up by 6 again after that quick start. Otherwise, from Kangaroos, that Wit 3 to open things up on that second score. But now at the moment, although they've been doing well to get it through the midfield off these jousts, just haven't been able to score again, didn't we?
No, and Wit's going to get that one lost. Picked off here. Game has it in the near side trap, sending it up. Jaywalker, and they are back in possession. This is dangerous. 3v2, 4v2. The defense is just returning. It's too little, too late. That one's going to go in off of Kaznaz, but it was Game who puts it in for the 2. They now have an 8-point lead. Excuse me.
And keep in mind too, this team at Ignite, they are one of the few teams in the Master Division who are consistently across the seasons now just capable of not only being among the best, but getting better and mercing other Master teams. That was a frequent theme in Season 4, where they would just be blowing out every other Master team. And normally when every other Master team, are competitive with each other or blowing out all the other teams in Diamond and below, I mean, Ignite kind of stood out as one of those teams that just explode over and over with the points barrage.
Yeah, no, they definitely are capable of doing significant damage. As Game, they get another turnover here. Game sending that one in. We're only halfway through this first round as Kung sends that one up. Jaywalker, he's going to get stopped there. Wit sends it to Kaz. Kaz, incidental handoff to Wit. Wit to leverage. Wit back, leverage back to Wit. And Wit trying to play a little keep away off of the Geo there. Leverage, nice recovery there in the tube. Sends someone across. The chain has to track it down. Speedy V does get there, but he will get stunned up by Kong. Kong turning it around here for Ignite. Sending that one in. They're going to get the flat bounce. Chain is in. Goal is still open. They've got all the time in the world. They will get the points. And they're up by 10.
You know, that was some really spicy passing there by Kangarillas in the midfield. Some of them looked intentional, some of them maybe not, can't be quite sure. But that's the killer thing about that is you can execute passing games so well in the midfield, which Kangarillas as a team, doesn't matter the roster, as a team, they always do that every season it seems like. But all it takes after 5, 6, 7, 8 great passes in a row, it's just the one turnover that you're going to be punished on at the master tier.
Yeah, and that's one thing that sets the top level master tiers teams apart from basically everybody else is the ability to consistently punish the other team's mistakes. Some nice disc movement here. Leverage. Oh, that's dangerous. Kaznas, what a stud. That's the Dusty. They've got the points on the board. There you go. They've got 2 on Leverage from Kaznas. What a move, Kaznas.
Yeah, I'm not used to seeing that from Kaznas. I won't lie, but I like it. I like it. I love it, in fact. You know, if you're known as being playing a certain way, it does not hurt to throw in the variation because I know at this level you're capable of it. So if you can break those habits in the autopilot and just take a defender off guard, it's going to result in beautiful things just like that.
Beautiful things indeed as this one gets chucked in. Wit with it now on the near side trap. They get a turnover. Was that a turnover here, or did am I just confused? No, that is a turnover here for Kangarillas. That is huge, although Jaywalker will get it back. They really needed to capitalize on that to start the comeback here, but instead 3v1 against the goalie. That was Wit there alone. Ryan hits it for the 3. They're up by 11 with 3 to go.
Yeah, so 16 points on the board now, and generally in the VRML format, I always say it's kind of the first to 20 typically, if it even gets there. The thing is, it doesn't always get there, especially at master level these days. Kind of slower compared to where it was a couple of years ago, and defense is just so much better. But again, if you start getting to the 15 to 20 point mark, it's usually rare to see 2 teams doing that because that's a big scoring outburst. Certainly, Ignite doing well for themselves.
Yeah, it really is. As Ryan gets stunned out, Kangarilla's looking to force another turnover here. Wit's there, but no, it doesn't get the game. Long shot, calls it. Oh, no! It digs. You can see they respect. Who was that? Jaywalker was up there. Game obviously calling the shot. Jay respecting it, but it dinged out. Jay, they do get it back. Good recovery there. Jay's going to put it in for another one. How many does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4. That is his 5th of the game there, and they're up by 13.
And 10 points of those 18 coming in from Jaywalker. Certainly a strong effort from him. That's the thing too. I mean, look, game currently has 0 points. That doesn't matter at all, and because there's so many threats on this Ignite team that they'll find the right score. It'll be game a lot of the time, but it doesn't have to be.
That was a nice stop there. Leverage got the hands on it, but Wit is going to get stunned up by that chain. Just comes right in, recovers it. Game sending it out. The stack was ready. But the defensive stack gets there first instead of, I believe that was Whip the scoop. Speedy V gets there, turns it around, sends this one all the way in to the blue bubble. It will be the blue defense getting there instead. Jaywalker once again with a nice little swing around the post. Sending that one out, looking to get it through that tube. But Speedy V gets it turned around again for Kang as they rush up here on offense. Open goal, they have an opportunity. Bringing it in. Kaznas, off of the ding ring and out of the bubble.
All right, and now that will be sent into the trap. The stack just meeting it along the way. Maybe an open goal. Nope, covered off, and they lose the handles anyway. But Kung still finding it back, opts for a reset here, something they're certainly willing and capable of doing, just to drag the defense out, knowing they have to play aggressive. And that said, impressive was Wit there with a double KO. And meanwhile, the stack coming along toe. But they now are out of the goal, and now the defense trying to collapse. But alas, the lapse. Kung running around them for the 20-5 lead.
Yeah, 20-5 with 1 minute to go. We are still on a pace, but the Kangarillas can use this possession here. What they need to do is just try to get some points, control the disc, get some confidence back, and get some points on the board. Try to get the last goal here of the round to be the ones with that feeling there instead. Oh no, that turnover. Jaywalker's not going to miss that one. Hits it for the 3, and just like that, they are 2 away with 20 seconds.
And familiar territory just in terms of how they've been across the seasons. Again, Kangarillas here, top team, and with this roster, obviously, Leverage and Speedy and Kaznas Wit. Wit I just played with in NEPA over the offseason too, and for that matter, I was going to play with him back in ESL. I mean, these are all top talents for a very long time. So very easy to be misled by Ignite's performances in matches like these when you consider the otherwise really impressive roster that Kangos are working with here.
Indeed, as that will count us down to the end of the round. We won't see a mercy here, but close enough. 23-5. That is an 18-point spread. Glean, who I believe has been hanging out in venues. What did you see from inside the Rowdy box?
I mean, inside there, it's great seeing a bunch of people inside venues, but what I'm primarily seeing is just Ignite's speed. They are so fast, and they just have people in the right places. Jay, the reason he has so many points right now is because he sets up so well in the bubble, positions himself for these successive shots to then be able to take the two, and his teammates know to look for him because he's in those spots where the goalie is having trouble seeing them. You can see a lot of these bubble passes where they're making the cross pass from one side to the other, throwing the goalie off. Their movement has just been phenomenal through this first round, and that's why they have so many points up on Kang. But on Kang's side, to be fair, they're making some of these plays that they need to be making. We saw Kaznaz with a great individual play a little bit down the stretch there, and we also saw some of the great passes that they were looking for before. Now, if they can get a little bit more into their own style and use that Kango passing that we're very, very used to seeing them after so many seasons of it, maybe they can start to come back in this one. But for right now, Ignite looking extremely strong in this one.
All right, thank you, Glean. Definitely happy to have you on analysis there, and again in the venues arena as well. So for those of you who haven't been there or haven't tried it out yet, go do so. It's available for free on the Quest store. You can go and watch these matches, kind of like a live sporting event, essentially, right, with a bunch of other people in the server with you and in the same lobby, the same theater. Dimmy was there yesterday for the EU version of it and was having a great old time there. But round two, here we go.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. As that ding's not a lot of fun. Good scoop there. I believe that was Speedy or Kaznaz in the goal. Excuse me. This one's sent all the way up. Will be collected by Game. No. Oh, it's good. It's Speedy B hits it for the three. As I trip over my words, he doesn't trip over the goal. Well, he does. He gets a goal. I don't know what I'm trying to say. They got points.
What we're trying to say was that was a trip indeed. That was what an angle too. Not an easy one to hit there, but that was hit with just the perfect touch, right? I mean, it was fast but not too fast. He was able to finesse it.
Yeah, that was absolutely phenomenal. It was just good persistence there from Kangas. Look how aggressive they are. They have a double stack completely committed in the Ignite zone. They are having to return now. Ryan 2v1 is going to hit that one for a two. He was looking for the three off the anchor, but released it just a little bit too late. Pops it in for the two, and they are on the board Ignite.
Yeah, 7 meters in, 18 meters a second, so still a fast shot from that distance.
Yeah,
tough to stop, even for a supremely talented goalie.
Yep.
Of which, really, this whole team over on Kangarillas historically have shown that kind of tenacity on defense. But it's going to be tough to stop those fast shots, especially from Ignite players.
Okay, so it's baiting out Jaywalker, which is historically a very dangerous thing to do. As Leverage sends that one across. Of all the play, there's two of all the players in this game, the two I would not want to bait Game and Jaywalker. in all goodness, as Kazma is back to Speedy. Look at this! Look at that! This is Kangarillas 101. Welcome to school. They're up by 3 again.
And that is too cool for a school. I love that. Now that is the kind of passing play that you love to see from them. And they've had some nice strings of passes in this match so far, but that one of the attempts that did result in the goal at the end of the day. You gotta love it. I mean, that is just excellence.
Excellence indeed. I mean, that is a Leverage offense if I've ever seen it. That was just beautifully executed. The passes were on point, but now it's going to be Ignite's turn. Game sending this one up. They answer. No, they don't. Oh, no. Kaznaz looks like, was he stunned out? I'm not sure. I'm going to watch this one back on the stream because I'm not sure exactly what happened. But that one goes in off of Kaznaz. No, he got stunned out is what happened. He got the grab, and then it goes in anyways off of the stun. There's a double stun there. So, yeah, that's how that happens. With 2 points on the board for Ignite, they're back within 1.
Yeah, well played. Those are just the results you have to say, okay, we'll take it because we did what we were supposed to do. Just kind of got a little unlucky there on the momentum of the disc. And you'll take it. I mean, they're up by 1. Granted, they just lose the disc here now with a good stun from Game. Definitely a devastating brawler. Nice snag back once and twice from Speedy and Kaznaz, making some mincemeat, at least briefly, out of the game. And back to the midfield where they're still going to be pretty bothered. They can't be all too patient with it thanks to, there you go, that Ignite D.
Yeah, that's a big interception. They send this one out. The bounce isn't good, but they adjust. No problem. Game hits it anyways. Wow. 12 meters out. They're up by 2 from that 3 from Game.
notably, his first shot as well, or his first make, 3 points on the board now for game, following 3 assists, which does lead the entire match across the two teams so far. But so he puts stats in every other category, and when he does need to get his, he'll get it.
Uh-oh. Speaking of getting it, game will pick that one off. Look at that chain. Then what? Was that a headbutt? Was that? I'm presuming that's accidental, but I don't actually know with these guys. You never know. Jaywalker's gonna dunk it for the 2. They have a 4-point lead.
And there you go, assisted by game that time around. Jaywalker with a perfect pocket dunk. Nice little ding on the inner post. That's something I recognize, though, from game as well, that I was really happy to see and kind of complimenting from the fan standpoint back in the NEPA finals and such, where very willing teammate. You know, again, he, up until last week, held the scoring record individually, and yet has a lot of trust in his teammates, whether it's VRML, NEPA, or otherwise. Is a very, very willing passer if you're open.
Yeah, he absolutely is. Oh, what a pickoff! He's not going to miss it! No, he does not! 29! Unbelievable. You know, I'm just... Bask in the glory that is game.
I am. That was a great shot, but kind of exemplifying exactly what I said there, right? When the opportunity's there to knock it down, I mean, open goal, gonna hit that. But if it's an open pass, less open goal and a more open pass, he'll also hit that.
Yeah, that was really next level right there. What we just saw, that was seriously next level stuff. He is on fire right now. Instinct better watch out because Ignite is feeling it. They really are coming with it, sending this one across. They've got a 2v1, 3v1. In fact, somehow Castes clutches it, picks it off, sends it out, but it will be picked up again by Jaywalker, turning it right back around. Look for a cloud shot. No, sirs. That one's on the floor, collected by Ryan. Who's looking at the 1v3, no, passes it off the game, gets stunned out, and it will be back in the possession of Kangarillas.
Oh, but not for long, because Ryan is right there to disrupt and now conduct it like a maestro. No one in the goal for the 3.
You know, that was one of those times I was trying so hard to pass the baton back to you, and the way it kept progressing up, it just wasn't. It wouldn't let me let off. You know what I mean? That thing that happens. Something. I know you know. Oh my goodness.
I know you know. I know.
I know you know. I know you know. I know. I have no idea where we're at now. Leverage, the line in front of me. Somebody look that up. Speedy V sending out across. Loveridge not able to handle it. Ignite's going to get this one on the turnover. They have a 10-point lead with 4 minutes to go, and they are back in possession. That's a good stun out on the back line. Wit with it, sending this one up. They have an opportunity. Leverage up and goal. He's got to sink it in from 8 meters out for the 3. They're back within 7.
And once again, I've shouted this out in some other streams throughout the off season, but I love that Loveridge is still playing at the level that he is and the dedication that he is. Legitimately, Will is a person who will basically he'll be the first one in the arena, the last one out. That's the type of player he is. And after 4, almost 5 years of Echo Arena, barring his one VRML season he did take off, I think season 3 it was. He's like as consistent as anybody at just staying at that top level and keeping the passion alive as well.
Big opportunity here. Can they capitalize? No, Jaywalker's going to get it. How aggressive Kangarillas are being, and it's paying off a little bit. But not there. It's a nice send-in. Look at that pass. Ryan accepts it. No problem. 3 defenders, though, back in the bubble. Actually, all 4 back now. They've got all 4 from Ignite on the bubble. Miss pass. Jaywalker has to recover here. Under assault by Wit. Still gets passed up to game. Wit's going to be back in. Oh, there's the 1v1. Look at that. Ryan with the, what are we going to call that? What is that? Like, that needs a name.
I almost want to reference the classic Michael Jordan layup of sort. It's like a little show and go in with one hand and then switch it up to the other and bring it back around instead.
Yeah. Does that? I mean, was there a name there? Did I miss a name? What do you call that?
There's a really long acronym in there, but it probably doesn't work all that well. Anyway,
no way. Is this gonna go in? Oh, come on!
all the way. He makes those.
He does,
and he makes it look easy.
Wow, 12-point lead just like that. It looked like Kangarillas were feeling the comeback, and then Ignite shuts the door. Well, not completely. I mean, there's still 2 minutes left, but 12 points on this team is seriously difficult, as Ryan's going to send this one in to the bubble. Go ahead.
Well, they are ahead, and they're thinking they can go ahead by even more. Minute 40 left, 20-8, and top pocket bouncing low into the boot, where it's booted back up by Kung. Kung booting it over to the backboard, and they are up to 22 now. Jaywalker, assisted by Kung.
22, 14-point lead with just over a minute to go. For anyone who doesn't want to do the math, you don't have to. You can just presume we're past the point on every turn, basically, at this point. 14, that's a minimum of 5, so 4 resets. Yeah, we're definitely past it. This game is firmly in the hands of Ignite as they get another pick off there. Ryan with that interception, turning it around. They will get stunned out. Speedy B picking it up, turning it back out into the Ignite zone. They get a good lead shot. Speedy B again, looking at the empty goal, sends it up again with the grab. We'll turn it around for Ignite with 50 seconds to go.
Jaywalker, quick untangle, it looks like, as they wind down the floor. There it is, captured by the sack. They were already blazing before the clear even went. They know where to be. They know how to be. Backboard shot will not be there, but Jaywalker shall, and so will the goal. 25.
25-8. That's a 17-point spread. We are only 3 away, and you know they're going to be looking for it. They want to make that statement every single time.
Mm-hmm.
And with what's that? 15 seconds to go, they might have the opportunity. I expect them to come out quick. Quick pass there, far side. No, they're going to wait to attack that. They might be able to get it. A good give and go here. Sent to that far side tube. Speedy V sends it in 5 seconds. As Whittle send it right back. Nice little pass sequence here from Kang, looking for one more shot. Will not get the time, will not get the shot. That'll be the end of the second round. Ignite will do it in 2 over Kang.
And we'll go to Glee now on the sidelines and give us an idea of what he saw there, either in the game or in venues or both.
Clean.
Been seeing Ignite just dominate. They were doing so their speed, their shooting, their accuracy. I mean, what can we say? These are some of the best players in the world. Game absolutely ridiculous this round. Just shot after shot after shot was falling for him. You guys said it. He was on fire. Doing absolutely fantastic. I think as I was in venues, Nightfire, one of our fellow casters, as well as a producer for VRML in general, was saying, just Ignite's super strong, and they've had such great passing game and shooting. They just do what they do, and they do it so well. But we saw some of that stable Kangarillas passing, which I was so excited to see as they. During that first little bit of the round there, they had that one passing sequence that was absolutely gorgeous. And absolutely, I want to put that in a highlight reel because that is something that, you devote so much time and practice to, and it works out so beautifully. So definitely look for that one and maybe some upcoming highlights that the Echo Arena VRML channel might make. And great work here by Ignite over Kangarillas. They showed a very dominant performance here, and they're surely warmed up here for Instinct later on during venues.
All right, thank you, Glee. And Dimwee, any thoughts on your end?
I'm ready for the next. I'm ready for the next game. I'm curious to see how Ignite Instinct is going to go after that one. Ignite feeling that's a big confidence boost to take Kangarillas like that, and especially with that kind of point spread. They're only a goal away from a mercy in both rounds. So yeah, I'm excited for more. I'm ready for more. I want more of this top level beat, like top tippy top level Echo Arena. That's in store for us tonight.
Yeah, tippy top will be on your tippy toes because we have got some more master tier at play here for North America on venues tonight. So coming up next will be Redshift versus Overkill in the North American Master Division, an exciting one for sure.
Yep.
And of course, as Dimwee referenced, the Season 4 Finals, the championship rematch with all rosters in full force and ready to go this season. It's going to be a clash of titans, no doubt, between Instinct, formerly known as the New York Kings, champions retaining from last season, same roster, coming up against Ignite. So 2 great matches left to go, but we're at one quick intermission around the corner. So stay tuned. We'll be back with Redshift versus Overkill next. All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to VR Master League here in week 2 of season 5 and our first venue showcase for North America this season. Again, proud to be back in venues again. These last several seasons, always a pleasure, and here it's the last couple days in both Europe and North American showcases. It's been popping off. But right here, popping into the cast, I am Palador, still, being joined by Sir Dimwee, of course, and Glean over on the sidelines and inside venues itself. So watch out for Glean in there if you guys are watching from venues. And Newton Dad on the cams. All right, Dimwee, we've got Redshift versus Overkill next. Two young teams, yet teams that have absolutely shown the skills to excel here in Master Division across the seasons, and now more than ever. It's going to be a fun one.
A fun one is an understatement. These are the stars of the future in this game right now. I'm telling you right now, and it's on both sides. I mean, on the one side, Citizen and Zux have been playing together for years. They've been a star pair for years now at this point, and they just keep moving up. They just keep getting better, and they haven't stopped, and they're going to continue to get better. Of course, Caesar on the roster as well, the showstopper himself, hitting the impossible shot just a few weeks ago, the first one to do it, the only one yet, as far as I'm aware, to do it in comp. And of course, Steel Skydiver holding down the backline for them, a new star in his own right, shooting star, Steel Skydiver, the Steel Curtain, but they're up against Overkill, who I have dubbed the next, well, not the next, but in the next year and a half, the next North American champions, Overkill. This team is so good. I expect quite the matchup here. Sorry, Glean, for not giving you a word there.
Well, Glean will be once again in venues, so for you guys watching in venues, watch out for his name and go bug him a little bit. But yeah, have a lot of fun in there, and we'll be having fun in here as we get started with this high praise on these high caliber teams.
High praise indeed, as that's going to be turnaround here for Overkill. They got the good bounce there. Anubis will not miss it. 25 seconds in, Overkill has the first goal on the board.
Yeah, first goal for Anubis, who just as much as anyone. I mean, that's the beautiful thing when you look at these rosters. So many of these players. I mean, you mentioned Zux and Citizen, kind of the veteranship, I suppose, among these two teams. But when you look, Knife Rich as well has been around for a good while. But you look at otherwise the rest of the names, these are a lot of names that, didn't make their names known, as Citizen shows the veterancy again. But these are teams who didn't make, or players who didn't start making their name known at this level of play until very recently. But that's just been the progression of Echo, right? It's basically a good mix and master of both old and new.
Yeah, that is the progression of Echo, as we get another one there from Citizen, and that right there, that was Overkill leaving that goal open for just a moment too long. Redshift is the type of team, they're going to capitalize on that. You cannot give them lanes, as Knife Rich holding on for a moment there, pulls that defense to him, sends it up to Anubis. Anubis, the Frozen Scorpio, maybe has the opportunity. Anubis starts cutting in there, gets it. Wow, I don't know how they're still in possession. Up to the ceiling there, Robbins looking for a cut. Knife Rich is the last man standing. Hits it for the 2. They're up by 3.
Only 11 meters per second on that shot, but there were so many bodies in the area, so much congestion that it just found a way to kind of slip through, kind of in plain sight almost. A lot of bodies, and again, making it hard to really read the disc and find the calm in the chaos, so to speak.
And chaos indeed. As Steel Skydiver stunned out. Oh no. Frozen Scorpio. Sorry, that was not Steel. That was Citizen who got stunned out. Robbins now juking his way in. Gets away from Citizen. Pops it in for the 2. That is a 5-point lead to Overkill.
And killing it so far. A lot of points on the board in just a short order here, and predicated off of a turnover. Talk about immediate punish, 11 seconds. That gets it done quite well, quite well. Redshift needs to be careful here on this joust and not allow any more goals to go, lest they start facing a snowball.
Oh, look at this movement. They move in so quick. The chains are letting them. Those. I mean, the lanes are wide open there. The chains are not attacking any particular pass. So they just allow Redshift to walk into the offensive zone here. That's a schema they're going to need to look at and maybe practice a little bit more, because they just, they just got picked apart by a simple relay there when they had that is the defense that counters a relay. So that's a nice setup there. Caesar behind the goal, we'll get it for the 2, and just like that, Redshift's back within 3.
Not to beat a dead horse, because I always say this, but that backboard spot, use it. Use it. It's such a strong place to practice your offense from, play your offense from. That's because it really puts the defenders at your mercy. If that backboard isn't covered before the pass goes out, it is very tough to stop a goal from there.
That was a giveaway right there. Citizen had his head just in the right place at the right time, and then he gives it right back. So Citizen just being friendly and fair to Overkill here. Although I wouldn't encourage anybody to do that in the competitive setting. Although, I mean, be friendly, but you don't have to give the disc back. It's Knife Rich after Frozen Scorpio. It's not like a Rule 1. Rule 1 over in Rocket League. We don't have a Rule 1 in Echo. Someone started Googling. Go ahead, Google it. Search it up. Find it. It's actually interesting. Zox with the player.
I'll have to Google after this, I guess. I'm curious, but that said, it's going to be taken here by Citizen. Citizen has a lane, a quick juke, and a quick 2 at that. No hesitation.
Wow.
Well, one hesitation, but then the capitalization right after.
Yeah, that's Citizen. You know what I mean? He's one of those players. That's one of those spots we're at a point now where there's kind of no excuse for allowing, a shooter, particularly at this level, to juke around you on the post there. And maybe there's an argument for defense having some more of those invisible blocks. In fact, I think that's a great argument for it. You know what? I'm going to soapbox about this later on. It's Anubis down at mid into the valley there to Frozen Scorpio, who walks it up now for Overkill.
And we'll opt for the back pass to the station. The defense for Redshift opting to play pretty far out of the bubble. Let's see if it pays off. They do leave Frozen open there on the side, so they got to be careful here as they play a little monkey in the middle. Citizen trying to clean them out a little, but that will still just be a 3-on-2, 2-on-3 make that as a nice defensive set coming in. Zuck's able to find a clear, it looks like, bouncing towards the mid lane and quickly down the floor. Maybe a setup for a lead if they can get there first. A tap boost off from Caesar. The discipline, then this goes in, maybe, and it's 8-7 at that.
8-7. Sorry, I was muted. 8-7. That was Caesar. He's just going to walk that one in. And we hear, you also heard, if you heard the ding there, if you happen to hear that, I heard it. It's because, when the disc moves from the goal to that spot, it doesn't teleport. It moves there just so fast you can't see it. Did you know that? It's a fun fact. See, when you heard it ding, it was because it was moving by the post there.
I believe you. Math checks out, Dimmer.
It's a fact. I'm not gonna ramble on about it, but it's true. Zox gives it away, and it's gonna be Overkill back in possession.
Well, Robin's here with possession now off the pass, quickly juking around just to scan the situation. Not staying in one spot, keeping the defense honest and moving and making sure they have eyes on where that defense is. Knife Rich with the disc, quick juke again, and back to the forward line where it's all the time in the world thanks to Anubis and those hands of fury just moving around the geos like it's water practically. It slipped by the defense.
I'd like to point out that Overkill just retook the lead with a 1-point lead here with 3.5 to go. Yes, it does. And that's we were talking about this game was going to be close. It is. Look at this. This is phenomenal. What a turnover there. That was Frozen Scorpio pulling that off as Anubis picks it up, turns it around for Overkill. Into the hands of Frozen Scorpio on the ceiling, juking around now under pressure. But what a turnover there for Overkill as they push through mid.
Robin's there again from that sideline, being trusted with the disc handling duties in the midfield before finding a good pass to Anubis. Anubis scanning once again, a lot of defense, so opts for a small back out and then a larger one to the midfield. I like that discipline. This is something you brought up, Dimwee, the evolution here in Overkill's game, the willingness to pass, back pass, reset, find the patience, and maybe it'll result in the fine goal. All right, through the midst of the steal one, and they'll steal a goal, 11-8.
You can characterize it as going through the midst of steal, but you know what? I'm gonna give him the credit. That was an amazing save that got stolen from him by a tactical goal. That was an honestly amazing save, but it's still points. Points are points. It usually is. Points are points. That is a 3-point lead now to Overkill. I mean, they did get the points. That's why the dunk meta is in season. But yeah, that's Steele does deserve credit for the save he made there. I can't let that one go, as Overkill's going to get a turnover here, and they're back in possession again.
You will let that go. Chicago, as Robbins here takes it from that ceiling. Players, 2 of them joining in front. 1 diver on the defense. That Citizen bothering Anubis, and successfully so. Not an easy player to track, but still gets it back.
Wow.
A Knife Rich, same results here as they'll steal it on an interception. Anubis now on the cut. There's a pass, but a little off on the read, and then rebounded by Knife, who touches it softly off the back.
That's a good goal there. They're up by 5 now. Knife Rich hitting it 2. Goalie almost getting there in time, but not quite. As Redshift will now come out on the shots advantage. Now they are down by 2 goals, minimum of 2 goals with just over a minute to go. They need a 3 here. They're going to be hoping for one. I mean, they could do it with 3 2s. There is time. Those 3 2s would have to happen at a scorching rate. So I would hope to see if they're going to try to make this comeback. They really need a 3 here, though. They're not going to get the opportunity. They do get it in for the 2, though. That was quick, 13 seconds. They're only down by 3 now.
Yeah, just as quick as they needed to be. Well done by Citizen. That's lovely show of patience there, just displaying the confidence and the communication, first of all, not being bothered by the fact that there could be players coming up from behind. So obviously the comms were on point because it allowed Citizen to really calmly sink that shot after a couple hesitation moves.
Robbins quick pass here to the near side. They just need to maintain possession for 45 seconds or 25 seconds in a goal. Robbins looking to get that one to Anubis. No, it was a feign pass. It was to Knife Rich. It's frozen in the valley. No, Knife's going to send this one up. Though Redshift playing a little aggressive right now. Is it too aggressive? I don't know. We're about to find out as Robbins looking for the ice. If they hit this, that will do it. Actually, no, yeah. Zux turns it around. And that one's going to get all the way out, though I only see a blue chain there 20 seconds ago. It's back in the hands of Overkill.
But midline, there were a couple players there for Redshift, able to get the disc back for a second. There's 10 left on the board, so quickly down the field it goes, looking like an intercept indeed by the Stag. They're playing aggressively, well-timed, risky, but well-timed. That said, there's still a second or so as a shot will go! And they'll make it for overtime! Kill him!
Wow. Wow, speechless. Speechless. We're going OT. We're going OT. We're going OT. If your friends are not here, where are they? It's a Sunday night. There's nowhere else to be. Anubis sends it in. They've got possession first. Overkill's looking to strike. Robbins, they want this bad. Knife Rich, although it gets stunned out. Zox is going to turn this one around for Redshift. That one gets cleared all the way out in the hands of Citizen. Long heave. That was on, but it's going to be picked up by Knife Rich. Turning it back around, but that is Citizen at mid. Giving it right back. Knife Rich with a clear, but right back in the hands of Caesar on the back line. Redshift with possession.
Wow, what a flurry to start things off. The defense now, no doubt the pressure, all-time high so far here tonight as they will try and claim the first round alone off this overtime. Steel Sky up to Zux. Zux being stunned though, left in flux. Now it's an Anubis shot. Deep it goes, the barrier is there, and it's gonna be boosted, slapped away into the boot where it's recovered by Anubis, and they will renew the effort. But another near miss, narrowly off the wall now into the wedge.
Overkill just got robbed by the Serdingui. Anubis bringing this one in. Oh, the stop! Steel Skydiver does it again. Anubis with it one more time. Knife Rich looking for a cut. What a setup to Robbins with the juice. Sends it in. Steel Skydiver had everybody in his face, and that's going to end round 1. Overkill will take it 15-13. Unbelievable. Glean, what's up?
Wow.
Welcome.
What a finish. Absolutely ridiculous. And Steel coming alive during not only the round but also the end there with insane save. Overkill and both teams Overkill and Redshift doing everything they can to score and putting the last couple of points. Phenomenal work by both teams. I mean, we've seen the individual play from both of these teams. These players are just so good at juking, and their fluidity around those blocks, like you guys said, they just move so well. I've known Anubis for a year and a half now, I believe. And he is just so good at moving around these geos. He's trained himself and moved around them, and he does fantastically in doing so. But on Citizen, even in this highlight right here, breaks the 1v3 and scores himself. So, the individual play from both of these teams is phenomenal. The passing game is looking great as well, and there's a lot of great defensive stops that both of these teams are putting on. If this first round was an indicator of anything, round 2 is going to be just as great, and I'm hoping it's just as good.
Thank you, Glean. Great it was. What a way to start your first round of our second match. An overtime like that. A beautiful game tying shot there by Steel at the end. Almost no time left on the clock. The clutch save, but then the Heartbreak Hotel takeaway by the confident and devastating Overkill team. Definitely had to put it into overdrive to secure the round. We're off into a second. Let's see how that near loss affects Redshift and their mentality, as they will indeed go a little bit mental with the passes. Execution at an all-time excellent there on the Joust.
You didn't quite see what happened there right at the end. That was some phenomenal pass work from Redshift to get this. Oh, yeah, just a good goal there. Knife Rich got stunned out at the last second. Caesar's going to walk that one in for the 2 to give Redshift the early lead. That is a really important goal here in the second round.
Definitely is, because you kind of want to question almost if are they going to come out a little bit, slumped in the shoulders if you're Redshift, discouraged after that loss. But no, a quick score just means good things for the second round ahead more often than not.
Usually does. As double stun there. Disc is loose. Nice Knife Rich. He tried so hard. Somehow Citizen keeps up with them. That is next level defense. Zux, they've got an opportunity. Oh, the cut off by Robbins, who's gonna get this one turned around, all the way cleared out. We're gonna get a proper stack race. No, just a really good leech there by Blue. That was Knife Rich catching on to that chain. He's right in the area here. 1v2 as Caesar sends this one back up in the hands of Zux at mid, sending it in that near side too. Maybe a long shot opportunity here. They're gonna send that one in off of the floor. Is that gonna be on? No, just wide and out of the bubble.
They're flooring it now for a rebound. Zux and Anubis meeting each other at the same time and being met with a stun. Caesar over at the bow tie, all tied up now with some more stuns, or at least stuns attempts. But that said, it's Steel unleashing it to Caesar. Unfortunately, they couldn't read it, but will be Zux with the recovery. Needs to somehow find a pass because there was a lot of defense dressing him up. And now throwing it down into the midfield where it will bounce high and be picked up over at the wedge.
I'll see if my stick drift will let me stay around better. But
he's not going to be able to. You got to mute him. It says everyone's going to be sent in off the backboard. As because he does not have headphones on, he cannot hear us. As Anubis bringing this one in, setting it up. Oh, that one's going to be off of the post. Caesar loses a handle. Will be picked off by Robbins. Looking for Knife Rich with the cut. No. Wise reset there to Frozen Scorpio. Back at the bow tie there. Sends it in. Look at all that space. That's why. That is why. That is why. Right? Did you see that? It just opened up the bubble. Just like unbelievable work there from Overkill.
Absolutely. Talk about the execution. That was phenomenally done and resulted in the slammer. As we do get a quick stammer in the action. That is to say, a little bit of a pause, it looks like. I did notice that after that goal was scored, Steel had been miming. It looked like a disconnect or something. I'm not sure if it maybe a mic went out or something of the sort, but I was some sort of tech issue, I think, because yeah, we got to pause right after.
Yeah, that was whew. I was that was, you heard me yelling there. That wasn't just yelling. That was full body. If there are actually a few folks who got to see what that actually looked like, because I was not. That was genuine reaction. Yeah, find me on TikTok, Sir Dimly. I'm live right now. You can see exactly what I'm looking at. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I had to throw it in at some point. I just, now's the time. We got some time out here, but wow.
Shout out to Newton Dad real quick. Go over to Overkill's spawn there, I think where Robbins will be waiting. See, I was expecting this. Last time around, now I'm not the cameraman this time. Last time around, I won a rock, paper, scissors as the cameraman versus Robbins here, so I'm expecting maybe a little bit of the same. We'll see. He's bouncing. Oh, here it goes. Oh, look, doing it amongst themselves. That's fine. That's fine. I just want it to be known. I won last time as cameraman. Robbins might said I didn't, but I did.
But yeah, this is there we go. But this is some genuine high level. This is some good stuff. This is
high level rock paper scissors.
High level rock paper scissors. No, sorry. Trying to get my mind back on topic here with. Watch how these guys move. Watch how the way they every time they grab the disc, they're juking around Geo every single time. Like juking, the juking has that reputation of, it's because of the pub solo players. The ones that are just trying to solo run it to the goal every single time, and it's just obnoxious. Nobody else gets to play, nobody else gets to touch the disc, right? That's no fun. But that is that's someone not using the tool as a tool. They're using it as a play style. This you watch this game here. These players know how to use juking as a tool, and they do it constantly. And they're so good at. I mean, there was that pickoff. I pointed it out when it happened. It was over on the far side cloud block. There was a double stun, and I believe it was Zux got it off of who was it? Frozen Scorpio, I think maybe, or Anubis. But one of them, there was a double stun. The disc was loose, and someone on overkill grabbed the disc, immediately starts juking like a madman. And good jukes too. These were not lazy jukes, and somehow Zux kept up with them, grab for grab, juke for juke. It was incredibly impressive. And that just shows you. I mean, this is a level of play I could not play in this game. I couldn't. I would not be able to keep up.
No, absolutely. I just want to. I think one of them might have been Zux the first time. I think the second one, also by the cloud, was Citizen, just to make sure Citizen.
Oh, you're
gets
right.
his
You're right.
space
Yes,
too.
it was. Yeah.
But both of them great defenders for sure. Like Zux, back in season 3 is when I started like noticing, oh wow, this guy can really play some great defense as well, goal, midfield, otherwise. And Citizen, yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've done to Anubis a couple times, again, just on stopping the jukes and getting a steal off of it. They've done that a couple of times where I have yet to been able to do stuff like that against really, juke heavy players. And it's not just because of my low ceilings, but it's hard to read players who are very efficient with it.
Yeah, it really is. And so I will take a moment now to also plug, we'll go ahead and mention, right now in venues, Glean is there. Glean is right now in venues. That's why we would sometimes toss it to the sidelines, but he's in venues right now. He's having a good time. He's hanging out, enjoying it in there with everybody. And when you get a whole bunch of people in venues who all are fans of this game, it's no different than hanging out at your favorite sports bar, watching the big game on TV. And I know I'm calling it the big game or whatever. I know that's cliche or whatever. It's Kring nowadays. I understand, kids. I get it. All right, Kring. You don't spell it with an E anymore. Palador, come on, get with it. Get hip. All right. But
get hip. How's your hip, old man? We're losing it.
But it's really a good time. It's a lot of fun. And it's really like hanging out with your friends, just watch the game. Also, speaking of game, he's in the chat over on Twitch. What's up, Game? Good game.
Shout out to Game. I think if you are, we do have an unpause now about to happen, looks like. But yeah, for Instinct and Ignite, since you guys happen to be listening and watching, well, hang tight, pretty please. We'll definitely be there for the hype matchup coming up next, maybe, as we get juked on the pause again. Quick update too.
Oh, yeah.
I got a note from the excellent Newton Dad, just checking on the Spark side of things. So that goal early on from Steel Sky to force the overtime at the end of round 1, that was scored officially by Spark as 0.10. Tenth of a second.
Tenth of a second
is when that one went in, according to Spark overlays there. So that not a lot of wiggle room, not at all.
Yeah, I wonder if that's. Could that possibly be a record?
No, because well, okay, actually maybe. The thing is, I can't say for sure because we didn't use Spark overlays when it happened. But back in season 2 or 3, there was one on the in-game overlays. It was like 0.01 legit. So, yeah. Anyway, that said, we do have the unpause. And, without pause, Robbins calls the 3, makes a 3, 5-2.
Robbins was the last goal before the timeout, and he's the first goal after the timeout with a 3 now this time. Time. 3 minutes off the clock here, the second round. It was a first round did go to overkill. So if they win round 2, the game will be done in 2. Redshift need a victory in the second round in order to move on to the third. Also, Jaywalker in the chat. Good game earlier, buddy. As Zux handles this one off of his own send out. Sends it right back through, all the way down, past the intended receiver. Defense looking to get there first. Nightfritch with the turnaround.
As that does bounce into the midfield, will be up for grabs for either team. Steel Sky there with a nick of time to spare, trying to glance it off the wall. It will sail right towards Caesar, but a pickoff instead by Robbins on the steal. Out of there once more, Stacks splitting off actually smartly for overkill, because this will get them the disc back as the defense files back into bubble.
Anubis juking around. On the near side, pulling Citizen to him, now across to Robbins, as they are playing very far out right now. And Citizen, with that aggressive defense, gets that one picked off. Sent out. Do they got to stack together? They do. Redshift is looking to get there first. Oh, wow. How does Overkill get there? I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know how that... Where do they come from? Unbelievable. They're back in possession. Unbelievable.
They're fast, and they are now on the approach, but getting locked up again by, I guess, who? Citizen. Really been playing some denial defense in the midfield around players who are just holding onto the disc for extra seconds. So impressive work as a launch out there by the head, I think, into the trap, where Citizen again with a Dusty on the pickup from Knife Rich. So Citizen really showing the stuff, and I mean the stuff, with those stuns in the midfield.
I believe in the NFL or in college football, you can get a penalty for giving them the business, and that's what Citizen is doing right now. As Steel Skydiver walking this one up. Look it up. There's a clip. 5-yard penalty for giving them the business. Caesar on the far side, looking to pull that defense out, and it's something that Overkill's done very. Oh, look at this! Goalie comes out. Knife Ridge came out to challenge Zux there. Zux instead wins that 1v1 battle and gets it in for the 2. They're back within 1.
Nicely done, indeed. Halfway through this round now. I think the timeouts, interrupting the rhythm of both teams almost, because now we had a little bit of a slowdown since that timeout. Aside of that quick score that happened at first. Otherwise, you see the pace has been very much just kind of temperamental, I guess I'd call it, where neither team is really finding that groove quite yet again.
No, Nubis sending on in, and as you say it, I mean, that's a missed pass right there. Will look like a turnover. Yes, Steel Skydiver gets there. Just chucks that one away. Does get it by the backstack, though, or the backliner. Nubis with a good boost, but they've got an orange in the area. They have 2 in the area. Oh, wow. Gets that away just in the nick of time, up into the hands of Knife Ridge. Knife Ridge, he has to get rid of it. He doesn't. Steel Skydiver, no way!
Wait.
I have nothing to say, man. I don't have anything. That was just unbelievable.
Now, unfortunately, Frozen Scorpio also saw Frozen Scorpio frozen in the middle of the field there, so I was kind of expecting that timeout as well. Crash at some point in that last play, it would seem. So that's a tough goal to eat on top of the crash. And a 2-point lead off a great shot from Steel, who also makes those, as a matter of fact.
As a matter of fact, he does. Wow. What was the range on that? I didn't catch it. I would guess 31 meters. Yeah, something like that.
Something
that
like
was that. That was 25. Oh, I was 6 off. Okay, not close enough. I don't get credit for that prediction. No. For that estimation.
You dingweed that prediction right there.
Yeah, the Sir Dingwee. Yeah. Yeah, Overkill fell victim to one of those a little earlier on.
Mm-hmm.
Is that in the OT?
Yeah, excuse me?
Is that in the OT? There's a stink bug. Never mind.
Well, that's kind of a rude way to talk about your co-caster. How do you feel about that?
I don't either. But we are getting out of this timeout now. 4 minutes to go here. Redshift has retaken the lead. 7-5. They're looking to win the second round and push it to a third round as Ignite and Instinct wait patiently in the green rooms backstage for their time on the show.
Ah, yes, the green rooms. Well, that said, we've got orange, we got blue. Don't be blue because it's round 2 continues at the moment. The joust from Robbins over to Anubis, and Anubis now seeing if they could once again reclaim some sort of flow to the game, but these stoppages will definitely hurt that effort as they try to search for maybe a tie or a lead right back with a dive-in shield, and it yields the tie indeed. 7-7.
7-7. Overkill will tie it up just like that. Knife Ridge bringing it in, and that's just good disc movement. 17 seconds. That is a set play that works out. You get by, you pick a strategy, they pick a strategy, and in that situation, your strategy wins. And that's usually generally what that means. Especially in a game like this where both teams are doing well. 3 minutes left here in the second round, tied up 7-7. This will look like a turnover. It is. Oh no. Zox gets it back, hits it for the 2. They're back in the lead with 3 minutes to go.
All right, Zucks putting them back in control, but only by a little bit. Last 3 minutes here, and this is one of those rounds where it is just a kind of a slobber knocker. You have to really grind out this victory if you wanna get it, because it's not been a pretty round, but it's been a pretty close round. Well, let's just see who can will themselves towards that win.
Oh. Robin's getting away from Citizen on the back line up to Anubis. So Citizen playing exceptionally aggressive right now, and he's, I would, when you have a player who is playing like that in a game, let him loose. You know what I mean? Let him loose. Let him be as aggressive as they feel like being on that night, because that'll be the night that they start pushing those turnovers that win you a game, as that's going to be a turnover there. Sent out in the far side trap. Chain gets there. Zox with it. Sends it out. Are they getting the Chain away? No, Chains are getting stunned out in the back line. Blue gets there first. Anubis with it again.
And Anubis on the clear, or rather the pass to the left lane. Robin some quick jukes to just buy some space and a little bit of time to find the alignment on the pass. They'll opt for the back pass, a reset here way into their own side of the field, as the defense for Redshift is currently dragged out. Robin's now from that sideline, knowing again they can tie or take a lead. It's getting to crunch time, so every score here is going to matter. On the approach now from the boots, some separation, but couldn't find the goal. And dings off, rebound to Zux & Co.
Yeah, Zox big in the right place at the right time. Big pickup, sends it out. Steele's trying to get there. Steele does get there. Steele wants the points.
Oh, wow.
Steele gets the points on one of the most amazing shots I think I've ever seen. The steepest you will ever see. A glances off the post on the way in and hits the post on the other side. How do you do that?
That was wild. That was a really tough angle to hit from. You have to put such incredible finesse to make that work, and to do that with defense in the way, as a defense, now saying get out of the way, because now Citizen making the double up goal now, 14-7. They are in great position for round 2.
Yeah, that was the ice right there. That goal right there was the ice. We are going to round 3. Just like that. Redshift have taken over this round. They have walked into the building and said, we're taking over this town.
Yeah, then
Shout out to
with
Psycho.
that many goals in a row, you can see even the body language of the players of Redshift here. They know, again, it wasn't the prettiest round, but it is a great result for them. And now Overkill just has the tough task ahead of reclaiming their momentum, because Redshift are going to be feeling good going into this timeout in the next minute.
Oh. The one more there off of the head of Steel Skydiver. That was a proper goal, a proper deflection, and a proper shot from, who was that? Anubis bringing it in. Making a statement there at the end of the round. 14-9. Redshift will take this one. And we do have Glean back. Is he unmuted?
I'm here.
He is here. Okay, Glean,
Yes,
remember to mute yourself when you go back to the headset. Okay.
I apologize.
It's all good. It's all good. But what did you see from inside the room, man?
It was great. Being in the room talking with all the people, we're seeing like how Redshift plays. Redshift doing phenomenal in this one. With a lot of their defensive plays, and Steel popping off. As always, it seems like he's had a great game so far. He's excited. You can see whenever he scores, he jumps up in the air. He's doing work on both ends of the floor, getting those saves and getting those points in, and really making things work for his team to try and force this round 3, which they did so successfully. And they're looking great so far. But Overkill, interestingly enough to me, has had more of the possession time overall so far. They're keeping great control of the disc, moving it between their units, and trying to make the most of their opportunities. But simply this time down the field, Redshift able to get the disc movement, able to get the bounces and move things favorably for them. And we can even see on a couple of occasions taking their time, trying to bait out these plays and these defenders to try and make things work for them. So they've done a great job. And I'm excited to see this round 3 between these two Titans as they are going back and forth in what surely will be a good one and a great conclusion here.
All right, thank you, Glean. And back into the third and final round here. We'll see where this goes.
We will indeed. And also, everybody, chat, calm down. You're going to see the next game. It's okay. As we start here in round 3, both teams launching out for this one, and it will be nobody. What just happened? That was ridiculous. A big send in there will be Redshift getting the first goal here of round 3. 2 points on the board.
All right, nice job by Steel Sky. And again, as I said, to start this third round, the big task ahead for Overkill is going to be just the same way that Redshift after round 1, overtime loss, but they were able to come back into the second round, start off with the first goal, and look like they're unfazed after the overtime loss. Kind of the same case for Overkill. A tough loss in round 2. They've got to be able to come back from that mentally. a lot of their games this season so far, didn't we, for Overkill, the losses have been incredibly close. And that's a big key here. I think a hump they need to get over, mentally speaking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, they have all been close, and that's one of those things. It's as you say, it's probably a mental thing, or one of those. You just gotta make that one adjustment. And suddenly things will start clicking. As oh no, we get another dropout here from Overkill, but I think we have used all of our timeouts in this game. They're not going to be able to do anything here in the third round except get that invite out as soon as possible. As that one is going to turn over here. Redshift back in possession in a power play situation. 4v3, although that's going to be a big turnover there. Can they make something happen? No, Citizen with another pickup in the clear.
All right, and off the clear into the blue zone. It's going to be picked up, and a big goal on the way. Dogs puts them up by 5 points on a punishing goal 1 minute after that last joust.
Yeah, that's a punishing goal right there. And again, can't get a timeout here. Overkill just has to get that player back in whenever they can. This is rough. It is, but that's we all have to deal with it one way or another periodically. As Anubis, big duck there, gets Citizen caught out in the backfield. Then the pass up to Knife Rich on the far side. Knife Rich is one on the near side, and Ops send it back to Anubis. He looks for that impasse, but Robbins has to track this one down under assault by Zux. Still gets there, sends it out to Knife Rich. Look at this disc movement right now from Overkill. This is masterful. They're just staying in it as they get Frozen Scorpio back in, encroaching on the bubble here. Up against the goal. What a read there. Who is that? Citizen sends it away.
Well, to say I was impressed by that possession would be an understatement. 3v4, but they managed to get nearly a perfect opportunity. They'll still have another chance here with a rebound as they search for the goal, search for the back pass, and the defense lurches forward into Anubis. Anubis, though, cool, calm, collects the goal for the first 2 points in the third round.
Yeah, that's a really important goal there for Overkill, especially after the way this one started, especially after Frozen Scorpio drops out. They get the 4v3 goal on them. But then they get this one here. They get possession. They push it into the Redshift zone. They get Frozen Scorpio back into the game, and then they get the points on the board. So 3 minutes off the clock, but they're only down by 1 goal. It is absolutely possible for them to start this comeback, although this is a good push here from Redshift 1v1. Citizen, the shot goes wide.
Whoa, no! Double wide, apparently, and that is not the results they wanted. As Willie steals Sky. Saying, oh, why? Well, why not? They've got Zux here on the midline trying to find that deep pass, and they do some way, somehow, a handoff to Caesar, but seizes it. Anubis unleashes it, and back into Robbins at the sideline. Possession back, and maybe even a shot, a deep one will bounce off that wall into the collection, and some stuns. Back to Overkill, not allowing me time to speak, but they've got the disc for a moment, and they've got maybe a shot. There it is, Anubis. Lungs of steel, didn't we?
Lungs of steel, indeed. As Anubis gets that one, I just realized I have not been keeping track of the goals at all in this round. I've been too enthralled in this game. This has been phenomenal. These are two phenomenal teams. I'll say it again. Watch it. These are the stars of the future. These are the teams that are going to be coming after Ignite and Instinct in the coming seasons. The next 2-3 seasons. What a move! Woo! Oh, Citizen earned that goal, but Knife Rich gets the stop. Unbelievable move there. Steel Scott over gets this one picked off, turns it back around, but it gets that's an ugly bounce there, keeping it in their zone.
Earned the goal, but earned the stop as well. That was impressive from offense and impressive from defense. That's Master Tier for you. Knife Rich on the clear, seeing if they can maybe be in position for a 1-point lead right back, despite all the struggle and some of the breakage. I mean, it looks like for Overkill, they're in good position. They're in great position, but no admission, says Steel Sky, rejects the ticket, sends it back to blue. Anubis on another attempt, flies on in, and skies it out. It's Citizen, blocks and rejects as well. Down the floor it goes.
Oh, good scoop there from Robbins. Send it back to mid, but they're in the hands of Citizen. Citizen, long heave. Oh, just off the post. That was close, but will be picked off by Anubis here for Overkill, turning it right back around. Knife Rich has to juke away from Citizen and gets that one cleared out. That's a single bounce. It's into the bubble. That's dangerous, and will be picked off by the defense. Citizen will get this one away, but in the hands of Robbins on the back line. Once again, Overkill in possession in the offensive zone, down by 1, just over halfway through this third round. This is the final round of this game. Winner go home. That's it. Robbins, far side, looking for an impasse. No, back to Frozen. Right now, just looking to open up that defense. The lanes are covered well by Redshift, but the goalie gets stunned out. Robbins brings it in. And just like that, Overkill have retaken the lead 6-5.
I'll say what I said in round 2. This is really just a knock 'em out, drag 'em out type of match. Low scoring, but the intensity is unbelievable here as both teams really fighting tooth and nail for every single inch they can grab and every single point that they can grab just to get that small advantage.
Citizen with the impasse over Caesar. Caesar gets there, scoops it back, and lands a Caesar ducking. Somehow is still in the play. Gets that one over to Zux. We'll back this one out. Under 4 minutes to go here in this third round. Still a 1-point game. Steele sending it back to Zux. Looking for the cross. Has Citizen. Bringing it in.
Oh my goodness.
Knifefritz shuts the door like the man and sends it all the way out. It's a race.
Talk about the knife in the hearts, and that was a work of art in the shot.
Oh.
No, not quite. And it breaks their hearts, but still breaking loose free with a disc. Gets frozen. Scorpio and gets a swing through to Anubis on the dunk. What an unbelievable defense turned to offense type play that was. Credit Knife and Anubis.
And you know what makes it poetic in the worst kind of way is Anubis scored in the exact same way that Redshift was trying to do on the other side that got stuffed by Knifefritz. That you know what I mean? It was the dunk. It was the swinging from the top side. It was the sealable slam, and they got it off there on Overkill. And now a turnover here. Robbins turning it around. They have a 3-point lead with 3 to go. Anubis sending it up, trying to get it to Knifefritz, turning it around. Goalie stunned out. They get the points. They have a 5-point lead with 3 to go.
And that was some brutal defensive work there. I believe it was Anubis who caused a turnover in the tunnel, and then finding Knifefritz on the other end. But that was incredible defensive play there because there were multiple grabs and jostles on each other trying to find that disc. I mean, I'm super impressed with this third round so far.
Seriously, Citizen now. Oh no, opportunity maybe. Caesar is just going to back that one out. That's a wise decision there. They almost were able to beat the defense, but defense just got back in time. So now they're going to opt to set up properly here with a 5-point lead. Excuse me, with a 5-point deficit. Apologies. It's still up to Citizen. Back to Steele. No, over to Zux. Goalie is stunned out. As who was that in his face? That's Citizen. I do believe it was. No, that was Zux. No, it was not. That was Caesar. Sorry. You know what? Names are names. What's up? Hi, I'm Sir Dimwee.
Me too. But this third round has just been unbelievable so far, and like I said, I'm impressed with both teams here. It's been if nothing else, a mental battle, the emotional battle. You take away some of the stoppage, and you have one of I think the better games, not best matches in Master we've seen so far this season in these short 2 weeks. It's been amazing.
It's been absolutely amazing. As now Anubis walking this one up. That chain pushes up. Actually, just a little boost to get back in front there. Nice give and go here as they get some room to work. Over there to Anubis, looking for a cut. Doesn't really have one. Gives it away to Zux. This is the big opportunity. They still need 3 points, though. They cannot do it with a 2, but that goal is wide open. If they can get the chain away, they don't. Ooh, not going to happen. Anubis is going to get that one picked off here. Back in possession, Overkill, minute 15. They've just got to run the clock right now. That's all they have to do. But that's going to be a tough order here against this very determined Redshift team. Although, look how aggressive Redshift is playing with Stealth. They're still getting away with this one. That chain almost caused a turnover. Not going to happen. Frozen Scorpio to Anubis. Anubis setting this one up. That goal is wide open. Robbins says hello.
Robbins calling round Robbins apparently. This is theirs for the taking, 13-7. Huge hit. Huge hit.
2 goals, under 40 seconds. We are not out of time. We're not out of time. There's just enough. They have to score right now. They need a 3 right now. Steele to Zux. They know it too. Look at this. Oh no, man. The turnover. Knifefritz turning it around. 11 seconds. Steele setting that one up. That's a 5 bounce goal. They needed the headbutt. They need a 3. Nothing but a 3. 5 seconds. Steele gets it again. Sends that one across to Zux. They need the anchor shot. Sending it in. They goes wide and we're past the point of no return. Overkill is going to get the victory here in round 3 as we wait for maybe one more goal as Robin sends it up to Anubis. Anubis to Knifefritz, and there it is. The exclamation point on the game. They're going to take it 16-7 in round 3. Hello.
Hello, and through hell and high water, Overkill gets their clutch win. And that is a notch in the win book for them. Unbelievable. That will be the match there. Of course, we have the highly anticipated Instinct versus Ignite match coming up next, so we won't dally all too long. Sorry, Glean, we're going to have to nix the sidelines for this one, but rest assured we will be back on the other end in a moment, so stay tuned. Your finals rematch from Season 4 is next. Ten teams of excellent performance at the very top, and at the top of that mountain has been Ignite in the past years.
And they will be moving on to the grand final. With the hands of Jay Walker, he hits it. The Ignite has just taken round one in overtime. Dash going back to Ryan, Ryan back to Dash. They're encroaching on the bubble here. They're looking to score.
I just want to go back.
They get it in for the two. There's going to be a minute 10 on the clock, and we are once again in a tie game.
Teams have cleared the loss.
Alexander sending this one through. It's going to be off to Shrem. Shrem sending it in. Hits Ender. Ender looks at the, oh, that was a bait. Ender going to set up Shrem. Shrem. Oh, the shot. Cough. It's unbelievable. Gets that stop and set up Jay Walker and gets it cleared out. They're going to chase after this one. This is down into the zone, but in the heads of Cough. Has Jay Walker breaking up to the goal. Going to go up to Jay Walker. Jay Walker pulls one out off the backboard. Big stop cruising. Gets it cleared, but not out of the zone. Dash looking to get it. No. It's going to be the Shane here looking to pick it up. Strembitsky with it now. Turning it around for the Kings.
30 seconds remaining.
Oh, that could be dangerous because it's a shot. Gong is unbelievable, but they got some time. They've got to get the clear. It's going to be back to the Kings. We are in the thick of it, and it's going to be Ender trying to end it, and Strembitsky takes it through the two.
The New York Kings are the Season 4 North American champions. They have dethroned Ignite.
Welcome to greatness. Your champions. Unbelievable.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to VR Master League. Welcome back. Quick intermission and appreciation to these teams for hanging by because, as you might have seen, there is some history at play here, some significant history. You have the multi-time champions here in Ignite through the first three seasons there, VRML, and then the fourth season, you get the New York Kings, now known as Instincts, coming in with this roster. Strembitsky, Cruzen, Ender, Oculus, Sater, taking the championship for themselves in a spectacular showing just a few months ago. A lot of things have been said, a lot of words, maybe even controversy, but all I know for sure is this is going to be an incredibly entertaining and obviously highly anticipated rematch. Third Dimwee, casting with me, I'm Palador, and Glean on the sidelines, Newton Dad on the cams. Dimwee, tell me a little bit about what we can expect here.
Well, the first thing I'm going to say,
Yes.
everyone knows I'm about to get dramatic.
Oh, yes, I'm ready.
Not really. But the first thing I'm going to say is if your friends are not here, if your teammates are not here, they're wrong. Mm-hmm. This is the pinnacle of Echo Arena. This is the two best teams in the world, head-to-head in the regular season, battling for position for the Elite Cup coming up in just a few weeks, and ultimately for finals May 14th, May 15th. If you don't know the days, those are them.
15th, 16th.
Don't you do that. That is not funny. They're not going to show up on the 14th, Palador.
It'd be really funny if they did.
They should show up on the 14th.
Oh, well, see, now you're confusing all of us, Dimwee.
No, you're confusing everybody. Stop it. It's the 14th, 15th.
Continue.
May 14th, May 15th. Am I confused? I better not be. I swear to goodness.
You're good.
Anyways, goodness gracious, did I get it confused? I don't know. But
No,
what I'm ready for this game. I'm ready for this game. I'm ready for Ignite versus Instinct. I'm ready for the best players in the world to go head-to-head here. You've got Game, Ryan, Kong, Jay Walker. Every one of them could carry a team in their own right. Strembitsky, Cruzen, Ender, Oculus, any one of them could carry a team in their own right. If you're not here, you're wrong. If you're not here, you're wrong.
And even if you are, you're still wrong.
No, you're correct. You're right.
Oh, okay. Glean, are you wrong? How's it going? Hopefully quite right.
Absolutely going quite right. A hype matchup, absolutely. This is the top of the top. These two titans going head to head, and perhaps some redemption for Ignite because going into finals last season, Ignite did not have Game, one of the staple members of their main roster, and a lot of people have critiqued exactly what happened in those finals later on because of that. So we get to see full rosters from both teams go head to head here and duke it out in what will surely be, at least a semifinal matchup in this year's finals.
Well, that said, as Glean goes into venues now to watch with the crowd, we are crowding around this stream to maybe find the first goal. No, missing on the glancing pass by Ender would be Ignite with the recovery game, with the pass crossing it on over, and a deep, deep clear as the defense tries a retreat. It nearly hits the goal itself, picked up by Ryan, rather.
And Ryan on the near side looking for Game, cutting in. Game will do enough. Ryan will walk it in and gets it in for the 2. Ignite is going to get the first goal here 30 seconds in, although they had to work for that.
Oh, they did. 30 seconds, but that is an eternity when you're talking about these players sometimes and their ability to punish you in a few seconds flat. So there were opportunities, but, once that turnover was caused and, a walk-in goal for Ryan is going to result in things like that a lot of the time, for sure.
Now cruising up to Strem near side. That goal was open for only a moment. Now across to Ender as they're going to work in, work up. Good reset there to Auk. Has to juke around again. You're seeing it again where these players have to juke constantly to stay safe. Strem now encroaching on the bubble. Sends a shot right at Kong, who gets an easy grab there out to Cruisin. Sending it back in. Ugly bounce, though. Is going to get it away from Auk. Alexander will turn around. Ryan with the pickoff and the clear.
Good clear into that trap back into the tunnel. In fact, will be collected by Ender with only a little bit of space before finding Stramvitsky. Stram turning around, checking to the side, and beside himself was Oculus Satyr, getting stunned, knocked loose, but another pickup by Oculus Satyr, who now has a couple of options near that goal, but will opt for a reset instead, finding the better one. In fact, it's Cruisin' now, just opting for a close and easy does it type of goal. Not that anything is easy against them, because there's another save from King Kong getting it done.
How many opportunities do you get against Ignite and you can't put it in because their goalies are stopping the ball and they're going to answer just like that? Jay Walker with the reverse alley-oop, or what do you even call that?
A walk-in reverse dunk. A Jay walk-in reverse dunk. Yeah, that was he didn't need to put the extra on it, but he certainly put the extra on it.
I'm going to start calling him Michael. As Alexander up to Strem. Open goal, hits it for the 3. You cannot do that in this game at all, ever.
Nope.
Strem puts his team within 1.
Now call him Michael Myers. Killer from 3, Dimwee.
Killer from 3, indeed. As you can see Ignite with their first Joust advantage here. See what their rollout is going to be. Will they run the ace play? They do indeed. Something we've seen a lot recently from, particularly from the gameplay. Oh, that bounces on its way in. My camera angle had it perfect. That was on its way in, but it's going to turn over, Ender over to Strem. That's a big turnover there, and a rare run at that is Instinct, although disruption there, far side tube. Kong is going to get there. That goal is wide open. Defense has to return. He's not going to miss it. He does. Oh, my goodness. That is lucky for Instinct.
Off the post, but that said, the most fortunate return into the goal. Game will get it off that post inside bounce.
That's probably one of the more disappointing goals I think I'm going to see in this game, because that defense had all day. Obviously, they're playing against one of the best teams in the world. Their stacks are getting stunned out and everything, but you can't take that much time. That's what happens. They know it. I'm preaching to the choir. They don't need to hear it from me. But it's a matter of fact. Stramvitsky, though, sending this one up, misses the target. Ender's not able to play it as that's far side, picked off by Kong, who's looking for the clear, does get it out.
And off of that loose disc and open, enough goal for game. Will get the 9th point secured. Just clear, and as you see, they will punish such a high percentage of the time off goals just like that, as now we do get a pause, perhaps for the Instinct players to talk it over here.
Yeah, probably an important. That's an important timeout to take as well. Especially in a game that's this important. Ultimately, by the end of the season, this game is not going to be that important to either of these teams. But right now, and in this cycle, this game is vitally important, especially with how the narrative is going to look for the rest of the season. The team that wins this game, that's the team that everyone's going to be saying is going to win the finals this season. The team that wins this game tonight is going to pick up the most bandwagoners. I mean, that's basically it.
Well,
that's
sure, the league is kind of, and that's most sports, right? It's about what have you done lately, and it's not an unreasonable thing all the time.
Yep.
But especially, this early on, I mean, people are out for blood. They're interested in seeing where exactly this grudge match, this rematch goes, because obviously there was a lot of people talking about the win. Even in the finals interview I had with the Instinct players, right? They were saying they knew there'll probably be people talking about, well, game wasn't there and playing, and that's of course a factor, but at the end of the day, you play what's in front of you, and Instinct did. They knew that there would be chatter, but they knew that all that meant was that they had to come back into Season 5 stronger than ever to prove and reprove themselves as if they have to. This is a masterclass team just through and through.
It is indeed. As Jaywalker is just going to pick the pocket of Oculizator. That is not a player you're going to win 1v1s against very often. And Jaywalker does it with ease there. Now Ryan juking around. Oculizator is completely. So excuse me. What I'm trying to say is Oculizator was committed to space. He had no anchor there, so it was too easy for Ryan to get around Ock, and then the goalie was not able to make the stop at the 2-point range. So that gives Ignite the 8-point lead.
Yeah, and again, keep in mind going back to the whole story, because I know people even now talking about it on Twitch chat a little bit. Remember, nothing is guaranteed. You play what's in front of you. This team at LAN, at the Redshift LAN a few weeks ago, they won. They did win. But guess what? They went with their full roster, including Game. They went into the lower bracket. No team is completely bulletproof, as much as people would like to think so. There's always another team in the future who will come for your spot, guaranteed. So you got to stay on top of things there. And so far, Ignite has been.
They have been. As hard as he works to get that turnover, he still cannot get away with it. Oh my goodness, look at this disc movement. They are floating up the defense, but then they give it away. Oculizator, big pick off, but gives it right back to Jaywalker, and that gives them all the space. They got a 2v2 right now. Sending it over to Game right back. Look at that. 10-point lead.
10-point lead. Ryan able to secure it there off another loose disc. So seemingly just struggling to maintain that control, and a lot of that is going to be off that aggression. You can see this Instinct team, when they can, they do like to work it up the floor a little bit slower, have that back pass option to Cruisin' and so on, but that option's not going to really be there as much as they'd like if they can't even get it through the midline here.
But Ender, big opportunity here. Look at this, 3v1. Goalie's out. Ooh. The ding. Oh, that is killer. Ender gets it back, sends it out in the hands of Cruisin' on the back line. They really needed that 3. That was an open 3. Cruisin' sends it right back up. Ender looking for the cut, goes to Oculizator, bringing it in. Opts to not dunk it. Dukes a little bit, does get that one in the back with an 8. Instinct is they're getting these opportunities and not able to finish, and that might be the thing that's been plaguing them lately. But this is the game to find it. This is the one to do it, because if you find it here, you have it for the rest of the season.
And that was a nice find there on those sweet moves. To be honest, I think if he did go for that second dunk attempt, they had a decent chance of being stuffed. There was a diver trying to come out from up above and, hand in the right predictive spot that could have been a save. So I like it from Oculizator, who's just as good, if not better than, every other player in the world at getting those jukes in. Whoop, the Dragon 2 off a bothered goalie as well. Kung, the dunk.
Back to a 10-point lead. We're Ignite here. They're doing a really good job of controlling this game. They're still playing their game, and they're still the disc movement. They see, this is a kind of this Ignite team is the sort of team that a lot of teams, that you kind of play at. You don't play at the. I'm not saying they play at the level of the team they're playing against, but they don't have to turn on the afterburners against a lot of teams. We're seeing Ignite having to turn the afterburners on in this game, but when they turn them on, they're just as efficient with the afterburners on as if when they're off. You know what I mean? It's really incredible to see. What a turnover. Big opportunity. Looking to juke, looking to bring it in. That's Game. We'll get stunned out. Oculizator now.
And just to touch on your point, too, I think a good way to summarize that is just working smarter, not harder. Knowing exactly how to control that pace and just get your best opportunities without putting in the whole, afterburners as burning them. Oculizator, you give him an open lane like that, he will certainly make them from 31 meters out. Nice shot. Puts them back here at 8 points now.
Yeah, they're within 7. That's 3 goals. There's time. There is time. There's plenty of time. Well, generally speaking. Not relatively speaking, but generally speaking, plenty of time, as Ender's going to play aggressive here. They're coming out with a hard man, but they don't get the full coverage out. They're too split up. They're not getting their stacks back together. That gives an open, free opportunity there to Ignite. Instinct comes out with real aggression. They don't execute on it. Ignite gets 2.
it's always a risk reward between deciding whether you want to do aggressive or passive type of offense. Unfortunately, because of the position that Instinct is in, being down by multiple goals, minute and a half left at the time, kind of forcing that aggressive play, if nothing else. And yeah, could not get it going, so it's just going to have to be a quick reaction here for them and a quick score the other way. But definitely Ignite looking in pretty good position, in great position, in fact, with a turnover caused here.
This one sent through. Is that going to make its way in? It was on its way in. It hit the bounce perfectly. Another inch over would not, but that was on its way in. Ender sends it out. Jay Walker picks it off. Occupizer gets it back. 40 seconds. Round one, comfortably in the hands of Ignite.
Oh.
But Instinct has, they've started coming alive a little bit here. They've had some real opportunities, hit some good goals in the latter half of this first round. That makes me excited to see the next, as they're going to get this one picked off again. Strem with the far side, 20 seconds. Will they get the last goal of this round? They really need it if they want a good round two, and they will. Ender hits it for the three. They're within 6 to end round one, 17-11.
That's important. That's an important hit from Ender, because even though they've lost this round, they've gotten some momentum back. They've gotten that confidence back, because there were a few times there they're just eating goal after goal. But you know, that puts them right within reach still, and they're going to be feeling much better at least for a second round. Over to the sidelines though, Glean, what'd you see?
I saw an intense game here, you know, between these two teams, as Ignite just showing what they had left over from that previous match that they had tonight against Kangarillas, still putting on the burners, like we said. The Jets are still going. Their stacks are still very consistent. We saw Ignite, the stack of game, and Ryan beating all 4 members of Instinct down the field on one play in order to get a 2 on them. So they are moving up and down the field so quickly. But on the side of Instinct, they're finding great opportunities with the ace play, like you said, with their passing game. And they are able to get down the field and get their own opportunities and score every once in a while. They just need to be a little bit faster in order to keep up with how Ignite's rolling right now. They're giving up a couple too many offensive opportunities for Ignite. So once they can get everyone back and they can set up on defense and really force Ignite to make these passing plays, perhaps there'll be a few more errors that they can capitalize on and make sure that this round 2 comes into play.
All right, thank you, Glean, as we do indeed make our way back to the start of the second round here. So Glean will head back on to into the venue's crowd and gather around everybody. Once again, I'm Paldor, Sir Dimwee casting with me, Newton Dad on the cams, and round 2, here we go.
Here we go indeed. Both teams out. Good headbutt there from Instinct. And it's picked off by their back chain. They get this one set up. They're in the area. Oh, and it's going to be sent out there. Kong somehow gets it first. Game gets it here on the near side, turning it around for Ignite as they look to turn this one to the offense.
So offense for Ignite, getting going with a deep crossover to the cutting game, but a nice cut off instead put together there by Ender. They're going to find a clear successfully down the road, and maybe the 3. No, snagged out of there as he sailed through, just put the mitts in the right place and gets the grab. Opens the lane now potentially for Ryan, who recognizes the defense in the tunnel and in the opposite end towards the goal, but still fast offense now on the approach, losing the handles, taken back by game. Quick fling, no punish.
Yeah, that's a big ding there. Sends it out, but Ryan coming away with it. Somehow, Ignite, you know, this is one of those, you saw even when Instinct is on the money, Ignite makes the stops. This is unbelievable. As Ryan's going to send this one across over here to Game. Game looking for the cut back to Ryan. Hits it, goes through 2 defenders. That's your first goal here of round 2, but it took a full minute. And a timeout.
And a timeout, but yeah, that was a quick, well, first of all, the save on the other end as well. That is such a momentum-killing type of play, because, again, you think, surely this is going to be a goal. It looks open enough. The defense hasn't even really had time to turn around, and they'll still get the grab. But the cruel reality is, I've firsthand seen that happen so many times with those exact players on Ignite too. They just know where to be and how to put themselves in position to get the most unlikely things to work.
Yeah, it's really impressive what we're seeing out of Ignite here. I mean, it's easy to say that. I mean, it's easy for me to say, oh, it's really impressive what Ignite does. I mean, obviously, it's really impressive what they do, but you have to. It's like, it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse, but they're so. It's like you can't say enough to express how good they are when you're seeing what they're doing in this game in particular. They're playing There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Instinct is one of the best teams in the world. They're number 2 in North America. They're within the top 2 of North America without a doubt. There's no question. They're champions from last season. There's no question. They're an amazing team, and you see what Ignite does in this game. Again, when Instinct does everything right, when they nail it, Ignite still gets the stop. It's a thing of legends.
Oh, indeed. And if there's like one team who can kind of match that at their very best, it's going to be this championship Instinct roster. Honestly, their performances defensively that I saw, never mind the offense, but just defense that we saw in the finals, the championships last season throughout the brackets, was some of the most impressive work that I had seen, period, from players individually and just collectively. Strem and Oculus Later, as I recall, they were popping off to a ridiculous degree on both ends of the floor. So again, it's like a case where you can't let off because these players will punish just as hard as anyone on Instinct.
Yeah, it's without a doubt. There's a reason they won that championship last season. It's Strem over to Ender on the near side. They're just going to play monkey in the middle right now. This is really good disc. They haven't been able to get that chain stunned out, and that's what happens. You can't. It's not enough to just get the passes. You have to do something else with it. You have to capitalize on it. That's a long heave, goes off the backboard, misses it, but Ryan picks it up, puts it in for the 2. That's a 4-point lead to Ignite. 2 minutes off the clock.
And coming right out of that timeout as well, to address some issue or the other on the Ignite side, but no issue on the shot. Ryan able to find the open goal, and definitely, as you call him, reliable Ryan. And of course, that one 2-point range, but always one of those players who you expect to make it every time he does shoot.
That's Strembitsky there, sending it up. It's a turnover. Kong picks it off, sends it out, and we'll be back in the hands of Cruisin', though. Turning it around again. And then back in the hands of Ryan. It's a little ping pong right now, but Gang with it. Jukes away from Strem. Game over to Jaywalker. Jaywalker just pops it in. Top pocket. We call that a Dr. Pocket. 6-point lead.
Jay calls it a Dr. Pepper as he peppers that in, and that's assault, Dimwee. But that said, for Jaywalker, that's the second time we've seen here tonight. Before, some bottom pocket dunks, that time a top pocket one. But if that defender is not committing, or if he's confident that the defender is not committing to a dive, he will indeed just carry it right on into the goal.
So Ox sends that one in. We'll careen around and turn it over immediately. Unfortunate clear there as Ignite back in possession. Jaywalker, they have a 6-point lead, and Game's going to get this one. No, misses it. You got to get that stack together to pick that up, and it will be Ignite picking the stack up first. I mean, that's why those stacks are so important, even in the offensive zone, even when you're not planning on it. No, they're so important. That goal's wide open. Oh, the shot goes wide. Out of the bubble, collected now by Oculus Later. Ostensibly, no, stunned out. Game will get it now.
Yeah, for the moment, but slings it on over to Game. Game the shield and gets the goal as well. I don't even know. That's the rapid draw of the shield and then directly going to a goal. Does that seriously? You blink your eye. It's not even an exaggeration. You miss it.
Yeah, it happens so fast. They're so quick. 8-point lead here to Ignite. 4 minutes off of the clock. Cruisin', quick pass far side. Oculus Later back to Cruisin'. Then some more monkey in the middle with these shades. Open goal opportunity.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, man, they needed that. I mean, Ryan will prevent the 3 at the very least, but, man, Instinct needed that to put them within 6. Break that ice one way or the other.
Yes, Mozzie, just to calm your anxiety there. Yes, of course, Ryan will be banned for toxicity after self-goaling in a high-level game. Of course, that's a joke. I'm joking. Strem! Oh, I wanted it. Oculus Later. Strem wanted it. Oh, come back. Wow.
He's 360 shield.
I don't even know what to say. What happened there? Cruising on the back line 5 minutes ago here in the second round. They need points. They need them bad. Cruising down to the floor. Hits Strem. Oculus Later brings it in for the 2. They've cut the lead in half at halfway.
The highlight seeker in me really wanted Ock to shoot that first one. He did a 360 shield on himself, ender move type thing, and then opted for the back pass.
Is that the Oculus Later?
I don't blame him for the back pass. It got them the goal. but just the highlight was, ooh. Anyways, it was still nice. And you know what? They got points back on the board. They're within 4. They got possession. So they're starting to find their stride a little bit here, I think, didn't we?
It's starting to look that way a little bit. As Kong handling it here on the back line. Wouldn't you love a round 3 right now? Oh my goodness. As this one's sent up. Jaywalker with it. Open goal. No. 7-point lead to Ignite.
That was a lot of floating bodies there outside of the bubble, so no stacks were able to get back quite on time, and no angle is too steep for Jaywalker to hit that. 11 points.
That's steep. That is, against this team, that is a steep lead right there. 7-point lead to Ignite, 7-point deficit to Instinct. 4 minutes on the clock. Nice pass. Nice passing here. Ender getting this one back, but it will turn over. Jaywalker with a slap into the tube. Goes all the way through. That's the speed right there, Ryan. Open goal, hits it. Splits the defense like bread, like a hot knife through butter. Took me a minute, but I got there. 10-point lead.
You better believe it, didn't we? You know what? It's incredible. The way, again, it's not a mistake. You just see, they forced the back pass and blah, blah, and then a Ignite player, old habits die hard, happened to be there. It wasn't happenstance. They know where to put themselves in the midfield to cause turnovers like that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, It's a rough lead right now, rough deficit for Instinct, but they get one there. Strembitsky bringing it in on the 1v1, hits it for the 2. They needed that goal, 8 points behind. That's a minimum of 3 goals. They have 3 minutes to do it. If they can stop Ignite from scoring for the next 3 minutes, and they get 1 goal a minute, they can come back here, Palador.
They absolutely can, but I mean, it needs to start now. It really does need to start now, because Ignite will continue doing exactly what they're doing, and which is to say, controlling the pace the way it needs to be. They'll punish the open goals if they drag you out of defense. Otherwise, they'll reset and wait it out as well if they need to. That said, they needed that save. Ender putting it home with a clamps on the goal. But they need to get that disc back, and they do with a deep throw. No stacks quite yet to the races, but a tap boost coming in from Jaywalker, gets into the goal. Meanwhile, Ryan secures, intercepted to Oculusator.
Now, Ock here on, the midline, basically. Sends it up and goal off the bat. What a stop! Jaywalker is unbelievable. Gives it away to Oculusator, juking around at nets. Most dangerous man in the bubble, misses a shot. Goes low, picked off by Game. Now turning it around for Ignite. 2 minutes to go. As that one's cleared all the way out, there's no way. Oh, I thought that was on its way in.
There's a chance, and there's almost always a chance. But that said, cruising with the disc. They needed that goal on the other end. They could still use one here, certainly, but it's going to need to come fast. So it's going to be Strembitsky, and a risky dive out there will still get the 2. Only fortunate for Ignite that there wasn't a 3.
Wines, I am not superstitious. I'm only kind of stitious, as there's now a 6-point deficit to Instinct. Minute 30 on the clock. They can still do. There's still time. There's still a lot of time for them to come back and give us a round 3. What a round 3 it would be. Game handling this one. They are not on the ace play right now. Sent across to the near side of Kong. Kong up into the tube. That chain, though, is going to attack. They get the turnover, cruising with it. Long shot off the backboard. He hits it. They're within 3 with a minute to go.
Cruising in the clutch. Wow. And they needed that. Forget cruise control, man. They need to go 100 miles per hour on these next joust. I mean, just biggest thing here is recognize for Ignite the situation. You don't want to give up a 3, but if you're Instinct, blood in the water. The blood in the water. A turnover may be about to happen here. There is 60 seconds, a little bit less, and they're going to eye it down for maybe an attempt of cross pass over to Cruisin. No, it's not in, but intercepted, actually rebounded by Oculusator, finding Cruisin again. Gonna anchor off, try to throw this down, and into the goal off of Kong. It's a 1-point game, 40 seconds remaining in the second.
21 seconds. 21 seconds, 23 seconds. 1-point game, unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Rally caps on. Rally caps on. Notes closed, notes down. On TikTok, you see what I'm doing? They're gone. Here we go. 23 seconds out of the tube. Game has it on the ceiling. They're coming aggressive. Oculusator presses up. It's here. It's turned over. Ender has it near sight, sending it up into the hands of Oculusator. He's got the 1v2. He hits it. We're going around 3. Call your mother. We're going home.
I can't speak. Glean. Speak.
Words defy me in this moment. Oh my lord. Absolutely ridiculous. The clutch up here from Instinct is unbelievable. It starts with Cruisin. Cruisin hitting the 3. Then the defense from Instinct steps up against the best offense in NA, if not the world, in Ignite. They prevent multiple opportunities. They get these stops in the midfield. They pinch them off where they need to. They're stunning out the stack. They're preventing things from happening from them. What a comeback here from Instinct to bring this to round 3. This is the moment. The finals. It's a recap of the finals, and this is exactly what everyone wanted to see, the back and forth between these two teams. Round 3, let's go.
Let's go. It's right. Okay. I think I'm sort of barely recovered. Yeah, Dimwee, go ahead, talk. I'm done.
Do you see what happened? Do you see what's going on right now?
Well, what's that?
They didn't actually finish the round. There's 3:23 on the clock. They hit timeout. I don't know why. I think they just really wanted. I think somebody was angry and probably just hit the timeout button. They were just going to do the extension, but now we have the full minute whenever they come back. Because yeah, the round is not technically over, although it is technically over. Wow.
There's gonna be a lot of technicalities about.
You know, I am gonna
hopefully it's gonna be fine.
I've got to take the opportunity to say, if you want to see what I look like when I'm doing this. Because I was absolutely, we were all losing our minds there, and I'm sure it looked great. Over on TikTok, I'm live. I've been live the whole time. Camera's right over there. I've got a microphone for them right here. I've been talking to them periodically, not the whole time, obviously. But if you want to see how crazy I get, it's full, it's real animation. Sir Dimwee, you'll find me. I'm live right now. Hi, TikTok.
Hi, TikTok. Wow. Well. That note gives me a chance to plug me and my stuff here, Dimwee, because yeah, okay. So this will be like the most chilly, timely, selfish thing I've done. But that said, if you want to support me, I am opening up a Patreon on my account here at Palador. If you want to support me, go do so there. I would appreciate it a lot. You know, it's been a few years of this now, and as time goes on, I love it just as much as ever. But that said, you know, time catches up with everyone, and I want to be able to do this as long as I can. So that said, not a required thing, but anyone who wants to support, go check me out on Patreon. I just opened that earlier today. In fact, right before we started earlier on. So, you know, not a required thing, but 1,500 casts later, a lot of hours of working here and there. You know, I want to stay just an Echo guy and nothing else in life if I can help it. By the by.
Yeah, no, that was actually that. So just we got the little thing there. We still have the full minute to go here. Is they took the timeout before the intermission, and so what you just heard was the end of the first round. As we're going into now, we get the full minute, and and also everybody started hopping in to the TikTok. The chat actually started just going nuts over here on my left, which is really funny. But speaking of awesome stuff, venues, you know, we've had Glean and venues on it. Glean, are you still there? Are you still with us, or are you back in venues already?
I've been popping in and out for this last round.
Glean, can you tell me, I just want to know real quick, what was it like, what was it like in venues on that winner?
Electric. You could hear people going crazy after the turnovers and things were going down. Just the energy is so great. And, you know, for everybody that's seen these teams play before, all hopping into venues and seeing this on the big screen, you can only imagine the energy that everyone's bringing and the hype that everyone's bringing coming into this round 3.
And there we go. We're going to get started here, Palador.
I'm still not I love that it went to a third round. It looked unlikely for a while, but you know never to doubt it until it's done. And this is why. This is the championship team in Instinct going back in this rematch against Ignite. And it is going to be a thrill and a fight here in Echo VR, as it's a lot of brawls in the trap to start things off.
A game with it now. Over to Jaywalker. Jaywalker walking up as Ryan cutting in. They're going to get one here. 2v1. They hit it for the 2. Jaywalker gets the first goal here of round 3. I got to find my notepad. I threw it away a minute ago.
But by that you mean you threw your arms up in excitement and you lost it. It went out the window.
No, I literally, you heard me shouting. I'm throwing my notepad away. Like 20 seconds left. I really did it.
Right. Like you said, follow it on TikTok to see it all live, I guess.
Yeah.
Throwing these things. Oh, man. All right, here we go.
I'll send back here into the instinct zone, into the hands of Cruising on the back line. Cruising up to Ender. Ender's not able to play it. I'm not sure what happened. I couldn't see it from my angle. The game over to Kong. Kong gets the 1v1 right now. Defense returning. As all four are back at the bubble, Ryan is going to wisely send that one away. Shrem and Oculus Airplane aggressive out of the bubble. And a reset there to Jaywalker on the back line, sending it right back in. A minute off the clock. Ryan bringing it. Oh, it goes wide. Disc is loose. Shembitsky gets there. He's got to get the clear. He does. Is that going to be on the money? I don't know. It goes wide. They're going to get the Korean. It is on the money. Cash that check. We're going to the casino. That's 3 points on the board. Instinct is in the lead.
I know you won't believe me, but I swear to you, I knew that was in the moment it came out of his hand. Oh, of course it's in. What a beast. What a beast.
Unbelievable. My throat. Oh, I'm not going to be able to cast for 2 days. I'm not even kidding. Oh my goodness. Jaywalker sending us one up. I'm already repairing. Oh, that was very close to going in. That's going to be another turnover. Shembitsky turning this one around. They're going to chain after it. Jaywalker in his own trap there in his own zone. Sends it up to Kong. They're back in possession as Ignite. Have one pushing up on the far side, stunned out. Kong's going to continue to walk. Now sends it up to Jaywalker on the far side. Cutting over is Joe. What a read there. Cruising. It's unbelievable. As Strem sends it up to Oculus. Ender cannot get it out though. Game gets it picked off. Ender and Strem there with it now. Strem walking up as Ender cutting up. Ender into the bubble. No, he's going to back it out and they're going to reset.
And they got 2 players back there for Instinct, so opting for the reset real quick, although the aggressive defense there playing out of the bubble. Kung diving out likewise, unable to get a clear. Some good jostling there. Strembitsky, the discipline, and the disc goes in to the bubble. Ender hands it off, throws it down. The spike, Strembitsky.
That's a 3-point lead to Instinct. That's a 3-point lead to Instinct as we get another timeout. I thought we were out. I guess
I think we've been out a couple times, but you know what?
Who knows?
I'm just going to use that opportunity. This is the caster's timeout. Because man, oh man, this has been a crazy, crazy series, and what a shot and finish there in the last play as well from Instinct. Man.
Sorry, I was drinking some water.
Oh, my bad.
No, I keep having to clear my throat because it's already starting to do repair. You know what I mean? It starts to repair itself already. Because but that's the thing. Games like this, it's like as a caster, it's you got to give the game the respect it deserves, right? And this is that game. If I'm gonna give any game all of it, this is the one. This is the one. Every cycle I'll do it. I'll do it for every single one of them, all 3 of them. And then the finals, because you know what the finals is going to look like, especially with this game the way it is right now. We're getting back into it. Ignite with possession. They're down by 3 as they come out of the tube. 7 minutes to go, Palador. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness gracious. And indeed, it's Game and Ryan attached there at the toe with a disc just sailing to the midline, but kind of throws it away into the tunnel where it's captured by Strem. Grabbed by Ryan. What a snag. What a shot. Maybe no. Oh, that's a tough miss there, but a rebound from Game quickly. A stun on Ender. Handoff to Jaywalker. Dumps it in. 1 point Game.
That was a really important 3 together. They would have tied it up. Instead, they're down by 1. Although not typically a situation they find themselves in for too long. So Instinct has to be very careful here. They really need to get some points. They really need to answer that last goal from Ignite. Because if they let Ignite get this lead, Ignite is liable to run away with it.
Absolutely. This is any small lead here is just it's stressful. It's tenuous at best. That said, trying to find the pass up top to the shoulder will be declined, taken by Jaywalker, and they will try to stack up a good breakage there. Kong still slipping away, all by the lonesome, and goes for that goal. Dings right in, and it will be 7-5. Lead right back, Ignite.
Yeah, that's a 2-point lead to Ignite. They have taken the lead. Kong hitting that long 3 open. You can't do that, but we've been seeing that a lot, and it's because both teams know you got to stun out those backstacks to get these opportunities, because they know if they get them, they're gonna score. They've got the shooters to do it. And now a nice little play here through mid, although it's gonna be turned over again. Ignite back in possession.
Now, this is where we've seen teams punish, although struggling again on some of these clears down the floor is Ignite. Luckily, they do have players down in position, and we'll be cruising, just facing up Ryan, and Ryan Wow, gets the 3 to go. Rapid fire scores now from Ignite the last couple of attempts. 21 seconds off the clock, 10-5.
10-5, Ignite, just like that. I mean, you had Instinct had the lead for the entire first half of this round, and now, just 2 minutes later, Ignite have a 5-point lead as we hit the halfway mark. 5:10 on the clock. Octalizator and cruising a little give and go here, though that chain is not getting broken up. The chain's still moving around as they aggress on Strem. Strem now sending this one over to Ender. Ender, Strem's cutting in. They have an opportunity. They get the points. They're back within 3.
One of those quick handoffs into a slap, a spike just about. Look at that, slick as ever. And had the slap not occurred, you saw the goal for prioritizing the stun there on Strem, recognizing that pass was about to happen. So it could not have been anything but a slap for Strem in order for that goal to actually work.
I concur. This game is going to send this one up. Big pick off Strem. Sends it up, open goal for the 3. We've got a tie game. K.
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
Yeah, we do. 10-10. We are 6 minutes into the final decisive round here. Unbelievable match so far. And this, as much as anything, is why I love VRML. Love the format for that matter, because how many times have we got to see this happen? Comebacks, turnovers, game-winning goals, and moves happening multiple times a match here. And Ryan now finding the disc as it gets sliced right into the midfield where Jaywalker is there, but so is Strem. Nice shield on Jay to maybe get them a play for a goal. A lead back in tow, and yes! Wow. Ender gets the 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ender has just entered the building. Did you see that shot? Did you see that shot? You don't get much closer than that. If that's not an Ender shot, I don't know what an Ender shot is. 3.5 minutes to go here in the third round. Instinct have retaken the lead.
Unbelievable. On this joust now game, on a quick joust, quick launch there to Jaywalker on the side, uncontested for the moment into the tunnel. A little bit of defense there, but they don't have their stacks, but they do have cruising, and they're cruising for the bruising as it will be unleashed by Ender into the midfield, stacked down the floor, captured by Game on a recovery.
Now the Strembitsky with it on the floor. That goal is wide open. He's gonna hit it! 5-point lead! 3 minutes to go!
Strembitsky. That's all. That's all.
TikTok, you see that curtain right there? That's a window. My neighbors think I'm crazy. This game.
I think you're crazy.
I am crazy. Game to Jaywalker. Jay, they're going to try to dribble after this one. Kong gets the boost. No, it's going to turn over again. Ender with it. Ender resets to cruising here. 2.5 minutes to go. Oh, no. Jaywalker with a big pick. Over to Ryan with the 1v1. Oh, cruising. Shuts the door and sends it away again.
Wow, the defense now starting to clamp down again. Game, though, with a recovery. Game losing the handles on this. Actually, no, finds a bounce over to Ryan, so still enough concentration to find that. It'll be Jaywalker there being contested well as Ryan passes it off to the side. Defense scrambling back towards the goal. Picked off at the sideline. Outer edge of the bubble by Strem. Strem getting stunned. Beautiful shields there from Game to reset it over. And now over on out. Wow. Ryan puts them back within a few points. Less than 2 remaining.
What a play there from Ignite. They're having to pull out all the stops. We are seeing these two teams operate at the absolute pinnacle of their abilities. This is the pinnacle of Echo Arena. This is the top, the tip of the top, the tip of the spear. These are our stars as Oculazator sends that one in, but it's going to be a missed pass into the bubble. What a leech there from Strembitsky, but it's turnover. Game with it, sending it up to Jay.
Oh boy, blood pressure again. There it goes. It is at an all-time high on the cast again, as well as the players. They're going to find that pass over and down to the cross by the bow tie. Strem couldn't find the handles. Ryan, a nice punch and gets this grabbed, but Ender doing the same right back. Now dislodging, resetting. They still might be able to push this though, as the defense now scrambling into the goal. They leave it open and a collection and into the goal. Strembitsky, 17 points to 12.
Someone's trying to do the math right now. There is time. You've got 38 seconds. 2 goals. One reset. One reset. That's all they need is one reset. One of them has to be a 3. This game is not over yet. Ignite has possession. Ignite is looking at, they headbutt it. Oh, they are really going for it. That was a Hail Mary of a play if I've ever seen it. And it turns over. 30 seconds. We hit 20. It's over. Occulizer sends it in. 8 seconds. 7. Jay Walker with it, turning it around. They have to score literally right now. Sends it into the tube. 2 seconds. Into the hands of Occulizer, sends it up off of the ceiling. That's going to do it. Send the asterisk home. They just won. I don't have the words. Palador Instinct did it.
Strembitsky, and ladies and gentlemen, your Season 4 reigning defending champions, Instinct, have done it. A comeback in round 2. And they've won it in the 3rd. Unbelievable match. Thriller, worth every single bit of hype. Amazing.
I'm doing an art project. Give me a second.
Over to the sidelines, Glean. Talk about art. That was a masterpiece at the master tier. What you got for me? My goodness.
If you had doubts about Instinct before, if you had questions that they could beat Ignite with Game on the main roster, let there be no doubt anymore. They came to play. They came and they showed us what they are capable of. The play style from them, absolutely incredible. They started coming out with these rollouts that were countering Ignites. The ace play that they were running sometimes was not working. The individual plays here, Strembitsky coming up clutch. His threes, I don't know how he hit as many threes as he did. There was one time he was 1v1 versus Game and outduels him in the very bare moments to shoot a long 3 from the trench. Absolutely ridiculous. It's just... Instinct knew. They've been studying their film. They know how to counter Ignite after so many years of trying to figure out how to do it. And here they are. They have risen to the pinnacle. Excited to see what happens in the rest of the season, to say the least.
I think this has to be one of the talk about opening weeks to venues, okay? Our first venue show for North America here today. I don't think that can be topped for a while. Those were some incredible matches. And then that last one, the championship rematch. It's not often you get to both hype up something as being, oh, this is a match of the season potentially, and then have it deliver on all the fronts of excitement. You get comebacks, you get reverse sweeps, you get huge performances on defense and on offense. I saw some incredible saves there. I saw some ridiculous threes there, and some crazy clutchness from all of these multi-time finalists, champions, and they just executed to stellar perfection. Dimwee, have you recovered yet? How's your art project, by the way?
I only have one thing left to say tonight, and then I'm going to stop talking for 24 hours so I can rest my voice. I have one thing left to say.
All right. Let it be gone. Let it be gone. The pain in the asterisk that was. Unbelievable. Chat. Enjoy. Venues. I know you guys enjoyed as well. Dimwee, it's been a pleasure. Glean, been a pleasure. VRML, Twitch chat, all you guys, been a pleasure. Don't forget, of course, follow us on all our channels, of course. At VR Master League, we've been streaming here all day for these venues events, that is. Of course, Echo Arena _VRML and Echo Arena _VRML 2 and 3 for all your games throughout the week. We're streaming pretty much every day all around the clock, so go do that. Shout out to Sir Dimwee and his TikTok once again. He was live there. I was even pulling up the stream on my end towards the end just to get a look. But yeah, Dimwee, Sir Dimwee on TikTok. And again, me, Palador on Patreon, if you guys also want to support that endeavor. Of course, not a required thing by any stretch. I'm still going to be here for, doing as much as I can, as long as I can. But it would mean certainly a lot, any support on that end as well. So, your options are there. But go follow us. And if nothing else, just keep watching. That's the biggest thing. Keep watching VRML. That's how you support all of this collectively and its growth. Until next time, thank you, everyone. Glean, Sir Dimwee, Newton Dad on cams, and I've been Palador. This has been VRML. Until next time, be happy, be healthy, be safe, and be good to each other. We're going to see you again real soon.
And we're underway.
VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.